All right, good afternoon, Star Trek Fleet Commander fans. Tiberius here with just a couple of very basic beginner steps to help improve your learning curve with the game. These are questions that frequently get asked within my alliance, and I thought I'd make a very quick video to help those guys out and put it out for the general public as well. Uh, Biggest question that we get asked all the time in our alliance chat is regarding being attacked while you're mining. What is OPC? This is abbreviated, which is over protected cargo. What are the rules of engagement for mining and things like that? So we'll start with the brief rules of engagement. Every server has different rules. Some alliances follow them, some alliances don't follow them. Check with your leadership to see what it is. Usually the people who don't follow them are either the people who are in the number one overall alliance who just think the rules don't apply to them, or the people who are in an alliance of people, like there's 50 people in the alliance, but only like three of them actively play. Um, you've got those, they're called, we call them dead alliances, zombie alliances, that kind of thing. They're all people who are like level 2, level 3, with the exception of like 3 people who are actively still playing the game, and they don't really care about the consequences or don't really know any better. And that's kind of just accepted. We let them get away with their bad behavior. We send them messages and stuff, hey, that's not really cool, and keep an eye out for those kind of guys, and they might get whacked back once in a while. But most of the alliances, at least on my server, follow basic rules of engagement, which a lot of other servers do share. I'm on server 40, I believe, and the rules for that are you should only attack other mining people that are either on a zero node, which means that the remaining resources available are zero, which none of these guys happen to have, or they are over their protected cargo limit. We'll start with my ship first. As you can see, if you look at your mining box here, it's split. So my ship can hold 160,000 resources with the ship itself and the crew that I have assigned to it. Only part of that is protected cargo. What that means is if my mining ship gets destroyed, only the resources that are on this small little portion are safe. Anyone who kills me gets the rest of this stuff. Anything above that, they get as their prize. So if you're under protected cargo, if you're just in this box still, there's no point to attack you because the attacker doesn't get anything from it other than just clearing you off the node or just having fun killing you if that's their thing. So that's why most alliances, in order to keep the things moving and keep the game being productive and fun for everybody, have agreed that you can only attack ships that are over this protected cargo limit. And if you want to find out what the specific numbers are, hang on, I don't have to recall this ship because you can't do it while you're actively mining. So I'll just move him off the node there. My base is right there. So you click on your manage button. And you go to the details. And if you scroll down on the details tab, see if it'll, there we go. It's my first time using the PC emulator, so everything's running a little slower than I would like it to. So down here you've got protected cargo, and mine's 14,000. So this ship can hold 14,000 units of whatever resource I'm mining before I hit that protected cargo limit and make myself vulnerable to attack. The ship itself has a base, and then there are a couple of officers who increase that bonus. Stan being one of them. You can click on his info. Pack Rat is his ability. Increases the cargo size of the ship by 20%. When you increase the cargo size, your other abilities, your protected cargo limit adjusts slightly as well. And the other one is T'Pring. She's the one who increases the protection of the cargo by 50%. So he increases my cargo capacity, and then she increases the protected limit. I think Joaquin, that was the wrong button. Sorry about that. I believe Joaquin, who is one of the comms people, when he's the captain, he increases the protected cargo of the ship by 50% as well. But in this particular case, depending on what you're mining, you also have these other efficiencies that you want to take into play, which we'll do in a separate video, talking about officer crew assignments and efficiencies and way to really boost their abilities to increase stats and things. We'll talk about in another video. So back to what we were talking about. 14,000 is my limit. Anything above that, and then I'm vulnerable to being attacked. So then I should run back to base and drop off my resources. Again, because the first time I downloaded it, it's giving me all the warnings as if I'm a new player. So yes, I would like to mine that. So now, how do you determine if someone else is over the protected cargo limit? So you click on the node. You hit the scan button, and that will bring up what are your rewards. Click on this little box right here, enemy cargo, 0. So you're not getting any cargo from your opponent, so they are under their protected limit. So you can kill them if you want, but there's no point to it. You're not going to get anything back. Your ship's going to take damage as a result of it, which is just going to cost you resources to repair it. So we'll see if we can find another one. See if we can find somebody who is, just so you can see the difference. It's probably not going to be. I actually need to go. You know what? Let's go to a different system. Mining dilithium is pretty slow. It's not often you see people who get over their protected cargo limits when you're mining dilithium. It's usually your more abundant resources, your gas, your ore, and crystal, that people tend to run over more. Let's zoom out. All right, so let's see what we got here. Let's find some. The other thing to keep in mind too is that there are limits to who you can attack. Up until about level 20, it's 2 levels below you and 2 levels above you. So if you're level 19, you can attack anybody who's level 17, 18, 19, 20, or 21. Once you get to level 20, the gaps start to open up a little wider. I think at 20 you can attack up to 23. At 21, I think you can go up to like 27. Still 2 below. So at 21, I can only attack people who are level 19, but I can go the higher end the other way a little bit. So this guy's level 20. I'm 22, so this is the minimum level I could attack. Give that guy a quick scan. No rewards. And then you just move on to the next one. What we got over here? Yeah, this one's... Nope. See, it would show up in that box there. That's what we're looking for. Alright, you know what? Let's try a different system. Let's try one of the earlier systems with the lower resources. Those people tend to go over protected cargo a little bit sooner than most. Here we go. Just going to take a minute to load. Anyone who shows up in purple is part of your alliance. So you can keep tabs on what your other alliance members are doing. Oh, hang on. It won't let me scan because the system that they're in is too far away. So hang on, let me just flip my ships. This ship can go everywhere. Almost everywhere. If you're under level 20, I highly recommend getting a North Star. From 18 to 20, it will definitely be your best friend, and even from 20 to 22, it'll still be your best friend. Alright, so lots of resources there. Still not overprotected cargo, though. Uh, there we go. So now we see that there's some resources that show up here. So you can click on this little box here, and right now, if I destroyed this guy, I would get 1,131 gas, because that's what he's currently mining. So he is over protected cargo, so this ship is fair game to be attacked, and is likely to be attacked if somebody wants the resources he has and the node itself so they can do mining of their own. Some people don't like mining. You ask yourself, why would somebody attack me? They're only going to get 1,000. They could just mine it themselves. Well, they can kill you and get it in 5 seconds as opposed to spending however long it takes them to mine this. You know, this I get 7,000 an hour, 8,000 an hour, 60 minutes divided by 12 minutes. So what's that? Like, it take me, I don't know, 10 minutes? Eighth. That's probably not right. 8 minutes. 7.5 minutes. 7.5 minutes approximately is how long I would have to sit on there with my miner in order to get 1,100-ish resources. Or I could just kill this guy and get it in 5 seconds. Move on to the next one and the next one and the next one and get 5 to 10,000 resources a lot a lot faster than if I had to mine them myself. So that's why people attack you. And if you are over the limit, you shouldn't be surprised by it. It stinks. It's not fun. You have to spend time repairing your ship and whatnot, but that's certainly something that you should expect. The other thing I do want to point out too, as long as we're talking about mining, is you'll see right here, this particular person in my alliance is mining with a non-mining ship. These are also fair game under rules of engagement, whether they are over the protected cargo limits or not. They mine at incredibly slow rates. So really all they're doing is just wasting everybody's time. Because instead of getting 7,000 an hour, this thing's probably getting like 300 an hour. So this thing's going to be camped out here all day, basically just blocking out this node, and it really ticks people off. So these guys are fair game, and would not be surprised to see any other player just fly in and kill them to clear them off the node. I'm actually going to have to reach out and message this person. We'll zoom in a second. I'll put somebody on blast, but figure out just exactly who that is. Oh, that guy. That guy's one of our newest alliance members. He's only been with us for a few days, so we'll have to make sure to get him up to speed. Thank you for being an example, Bob G, of what not to do. So these ships, very likely to get blown up. And again, they're not really getting you much resources. They're actually going to cost you more because you're going to have to spend time repairing them and rebuilding them after they get blown up compared to the small little bits of resources that they're actually going to get for you. So that's the rules of engagement. That's protected cargo. You'll see people talking about being OPC, which is over protected cargo. So that means you have more than the limit, which is what we talked about, which is when you can get shot. Or UPC, which is under protected cargo, which is when you'll see people have complaints. They'll take screenshots. Alliance leaders will talk to each other about, hey, your guy, cheap shotted my guy, and obviously you don't want things to escalate into a war situation where now they're attacking your bases and you're attacking their bases, which we'll also cover in a future video. I want to keep these things short, and thank you guys for watching and tuning in. This has been the introduction to mining.